Okay, y'all. This is not gonna be just a regular review. This is an actual recommendation. But have y'all seen this movie, Observe and Report? Dog, when I say this is one of the funniest movies ever to me, dog, if you haven't seen this movie, dog, please go watch it. Cause this shit is hilarious, dog. Now, first of all, they got a cast of funny motherfuckers. They got Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, Danny McBride, Anna Faris, and a host of other Michael Pena. It's just like a bunch of funny motherfuckers on there. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the plot is pretty simple, but it's the writing and the comedy chops that make it so fucking funny, man. The movie start off funny, first of all. They start off with scenes in a mall. Then they go to the mall parking lot. And in the mall parking lot, it's this dude running around, this fat dude running around with this trench coat. And he busted the trench coat off and flashing motherfuckers like, hey, bitch, nigga. Nigga. Oh, my God. Dog, this top tier, dog. I don't even think I don't think this review gonna give it much justice. That's how funny this shit is to me. So Seth Rogen's name in the movie is Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? And he's the head of the mall security. And he got this little small mall security crew. Only thing is Ronnie a little slow, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie slow as hell. And his whole goal, his whole purpose in the movie is to apprehend the little fat dude that keep flashing everybody when he comes to the mall. Now, after it happened in the beginning, he get interviewed by this news reporter, and on the interview, he cussing his ass off. He talking shit, and it's funny because he pissed off for real. You know what I'm saying? This shit, and it's like what I like about this movie is like the comedy is not forced. A lot of it is subtle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just normal. So it ain't just like they just trying to do it. Like it's trying to force, man. The shit just funny as fuck, dog. Man, this shit good, dog. So Ronnie got a crush on this girl named Brandy that worked in the mall, right? Now Brandy is played by Anna Faris, the white girl from Scary Movie. So you know she funny as hell. Well, anyway, so Ronnie be trying to approach her and shit, but the way he be approaching her be weird and creepy as hell. You know what I mean? So one day, she coming into the mall, she coming to work that one day in the parking lot, and the dude with the trench coat busting shit open and get the jacket in his thing. He get the jacket off in front of her. And it messed her up. She in the mall traumatized. She hurt. And Ronnie look at this as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He come in here trying to save the day. But a real detective showed up. And boy, they let him take over and that pissed Ronnie off. Ronnie got a team of goof ass security guards. But one of them funny as hell, and that's the Mexican with the lisp, Dennis. So they over there planning a meeting and shit, trying to, figure out how to protect the mall. Then overnight, the mall gets robbed. So the detectives show back up to, handle the investigation, but Ronnie keep fucking up his investigation. Now Ronnie is tired of the police that are interfering with his shit because he feel like this is his mom. So he like, you know what? I'm gonna go be a police officer my damn self. So he goes to the academy to fill out the application and shit. And they told him one of the requirements was he got to do a ride along with an officer. So he breaks into the car of the officer that don't like him, the detective, and make him do a ride along. So the detective drop him off in the hood and spin off. Now, as he's standing in the middle of the hood, a little kid approaching him, asking him if he want to buy some crack. And he ended up trying to arrest the little kid. But then the little kid daddy showed up, who's played by Danny McBride. He showed up with him and his crew. And Danny is the gangster in the neighborhood. Now, he got a small part, but this shit kills me, dog. That's my motherfucking seed right there. You see, I got him tatted on my motherfucking chest. You think I tattoo any motherfucker on my chest? Nigga. Run it, tear their ass up, though. Run it, tear their ass up out there in that street, boy. Y'all remember the girl he had a crush on at the mall, right? Brandy? So after the mall closed, she's coming out of the mall. He creep up on her and end up making her agreed to go on a date with him. And she agreed to the date for next Friday. So next Friday come around, he show up at her house. I guess she ain't there, so he just sitting outside of the house. And she pop up because some dudes end up dropping her off at her house. And she like, what the fuck you doing here? Because she done forgot she even agreed to the date. But she was like, all right, okay, whatever. You could take me out on a date, but you got to get me drunk. You know what I'm saying? So he take her to Applebee's, and she ended up getting tore up. You know what I'm saying? She started drinking. She's like, it's on you? Bet. And he pull out his pills. He take a pill, and she was like, what are those? You know what I mean? He like, oh, this is my medication or whatever. And she was like, what's that? Oh, Klonopin? She was like, oh, let me get them. So, come to find out, Ronnie got bipolar disorder. And he's supposed to take these pills like every 4-6 hours. But he ended up giving it to her because he like her. And she a junkie, so she just gonna take the pills. And she like, oh yeah, I really like you now. Man, he take her home. She so tore up, she get to throwing up. He still take her in the house and knock her off, dog. And it's throw up on the pillow, dog. And he knocked her off. And he stopped like, are you okay? She like, keep going, motherfucker. Nigga. Bro, the fact that they made that shit so funny, dog, is beyond me, bro. But that shit killed me, man. So Ronnie hype now. You know, because he think he for sure a police officer. You know what I mean? He out there celebrating and everything. And you know, he go through the physical exam and you know, he passed the physical exam, but he got to go through the psychological exam. And you know, he got the bipolar and he ain't been on his meds. So, of course, they denied it. So now, Ronnie walking around depressed. You know, came back to the mall and, you know, his Mexican co-worker, the dentist, was like, man, just come do some drugs with me. So they get doing all kinds of drugs. They get high. You hear me? So after all this, after the mall closed, Dennis show him that, you know, he been breaking into the mall. So because he think Ronnie gonna be with him. Boy, when he see Ronnie wasn't with it, well, he knocked Ronnie ass out and dipped. You hear me? He told Ronnie ass up. Pow! Hit him with his stool, nigga. Told his ass up. So after that, the next day, Ronnie like, all right, you know what? I'm finna find this naked dude that's been running around with this trench coat. You know what I mean? And he walk, you know, the bipolar kicking in bad now because he ain't on his bed. So he walk around beating folks up and he acting crazy. He wigging out. And so the police end up popping up at the mall. And they have a standoff. But they pulled their little nightsticks out, Ronnie pulled out their flashlight, boy. Boy, he got the bop in their ass with that flashlight. Bop, 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 bop. He was wearing their ass out with the flashlight. I was like, damn. But then they end up getting his ass. They end up tearing his ass cat raggedy in that bitch. And after that, shit, he ended up getting locked up. After he get out of jail, you know, they show him at the house and shit. Bro, the mama, she been funny as fuck the whole movie. I ain't talking about her, but every time you see her, she gonna say some funny shit. But anyway, so he goes back to the mall. You would think he would be banned from the mall, but whatever. He goes back to the mall, all defeated and shit. And so, why the one that keeps showing himself show back up? The freak with the trench coat show back up. And the way he showed back up had me screaming, dog. Y'all gotta see this shit for y'allself. I'm telling you, that shit had me screaming. And so they showing him running through the mall now in slow motion, and Ronnie is chasing him through the mall. You gotta watch the rest. I don't want to even tell the rest, bro. I want y'all to watch this movie, man, because I really want to know y'all opinion on this movie. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, this shit funny as fuck to me. This one of the funniest movies ever to be. On the main scale, boy, I give this a 9.4 at least, dog. I want y'all to watch this, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. I want to know if y'all got the same sentiments, bro. But this shit hilarious. You know Marcus.
You know Marcus.